So recently my shower faucet has been running in the off position. So you can see it's in the off position here and it's still just running. I'm going to show you how to fix this today. It still turns on fine. It's just when you go to turn it on the off position, it will not fully shut off. So here's the tools you'll need for this repair: a Phillips screwdriver, a set of Allen wrenches, and a vice grip like this, vice pliers. So on this specific model, underneath the handle, if you turn the handle facing upward, you'll see a small screw that you can use your Allen wrench to turn and to take this handle off. That's going to be the first step. And then make sure that your water is turned off to the bathroom as well. And then there's a screw here in the center that you'll just remove with the Phillips screwdriver. This would be a good point to say, make sure that your drain is closed so that any screws that fall don't go down the drain. Then you can remove the full assembly here, and you'll see it's made up of a couple different parts. There's a black piece here, as well as two white pieces that are kind of put together here. You can see they split apart. So I just kind of keep these all together as one piece and set them off to the side. And then you can remove this metal tube as well. And if you want to join those all together so that you know how they go back together when you're reassembling. And at this point you want to check where your screws line up with these red arrows. So you can see the first one has two screws on the bottom. The second one has kind of offset screws, the second and third one. So this one is a POSI-TEMP, the one I'm working on. You can see that here. The two screws kind of offset. So we'll go ahead and remove these two screws, and then we can take the faceplate off. Okay, once you have the faceplate off, there's a little pin right here. You can see this little area where you can put a tiny little needle nose plier in here and then pull up to remove that pin. So just kind of give this a little wiggle. Just be careful not to drop it into the wall, and just pull it out and then set that down for later. And then we just need to pull this cartridge out. So we're going to grab our vice grips here. And the easiest way I found to do this is to put it kind of vertically or horizontally on here, almost like an extension of the barrel itself. I'm going to tighten that up and then just pull with your weight back, and it should start to loosen up. And just give it another little tug. And here it comes. And there you go. So this is the entire cartridge unit we're going to replace here momentarily. So what you're going to need if you go to your local box store is some silicone grease. This just helps to put the cartridge back in, as well as a replacement cartridge, and there's a bunch of different ones. This specific one we're going to need is MOEN 1222. A POSI-TEMP cartridge, replacement cartridge. I'll also put a link here in the description to the one you can buy online. So this does have its own little bit of silicone gel you can put, but I did still buy the silicone grease in the bottle, so I'll just use that. Here's the replacement cartridge. You can see it has H and C for hot and cold here on the top. It also helps orient how you're going to put this back into the unit itself. And then it also has a little white plastic piece here that is used if you have a dial rather than the lever, but we won't be using that for this install. Alright, so we're going to squeeze a little bit of this grease onto the rubber portion on both sides, and it'll help lubricate this cartridge as we put it back into the metal sleeve. Okay, then you can simply just position this back to the metal pipe here. Make sure you push on the outside of this and just make sure it's nice and snug into the hole there. Now we're going to reassemble the pin here. So we'll put the pin on the top portion. There's two little holes that it fits into, and then you can just simply push down. Again, be careful here if it's in the wall, because if you were to drop this, it would fall in the wall. Mine sticks out a little bit, so it would fall back into the tub. but you're just going to want to put that in there and make sure it fits all the way down flush. Okay, at this point you can put the faceplate back on. So you just reassemble that, line up the holes, and then put the screws back in and screw this on. And I like to put the metal tube portion back in here first, and then I screw the screws in after that. Now if you have your components still on the side, you can just put those back in reverse. So there's the two white pieces that interlock together. Just make sure they're faced up. They only will fit one way. And then there's the black piece that goes on the top. And then here you'll put your screw back in the center of this. Okay, and now you can see this will turn, and it will only allow you to turn so far in each direction. So that's pretty much set up. Now we just need to put the lever back on. You'll line that up the way that it fits on here, and then I usually just flip it upside down, and you can put the hex screw back in that way. Okay, once you've got that snug on there, you can go ahead and turn the water back on, and we'll see how this works. Okay, so there you go. That's a simple fix. Hopefully it's helpful.